I'm Wayne Pollock. I'm a thought leadership ghostwriter serving big law and boutique law firm partners. I help these partners build their practice and their prominence one word at a time. I recently heard on a podcast what might have been the worst legal content marketing advice I ever heard. It was 27 words long, and it was given by a PR and content manager when they were asked for a piece of advice about raising a lawyer's profile via content marketing or PR. And this person said, try not to sweat the small stuff or get too hung up. The average reader is not going to fact check you to see if you're correct. Now, in this person's defense, perhaps they were talking about media relations and how to discuss concepts and topics when you're talking to the media. Maybe. But if this was a piece of legal content marketing advice, it is terrible. I mean, it really is bad from a fundamental perspective. Why would you not sweat the small stuff? Why wouldn't you want to ensure that what you're saying to your readership, to your audience, is accurate and correct? There's a bunch of problems with that advice, but let me give you a couple that are top of my mind. First, it makes a bad impression on clients and referral sources. If you have a client who is going to be looking at different law firm websites before they decide on yours, and 2 or 3 other firms, their websites say X and you say Y, and Y is wrong, well, that's going to make you, the law firm, look pretty bad. It's also going to pose a problem when it comes to managing expectations, because if you explain something in a way based on your website that has the prospective client or current client thinking that their case will go a certain way because you talked about it or you talked about some element on your website or on some podcast, and they come to find out that actually when they hear the details, that was not accurate, what was on your website or what you talked about on the podcast, that's a problem. That is going to screw around with their expectations and could lead them to think they had a bad experience with you, could leave bad reviews on Google or other review websites. They could not give you referrals. They could tell their friends and family to avoid going to your law firm, all because you got something wrong on your website. And if you're in the B2B space with sophisticated counsel, if you put out content that very clearly gets something wrong, that very clearly does not get the law right or the situation right, that could be a problem. That could turn them off to you in the future. Again, turn them off to you in terms of future referrals, or otherwise keeping you in their mind or top of mind as a lawyer that they want to bring aboard when they have the kind of legal or business issue that you normally would be able to handle. I wonder too if under the ethics rules that perhaps this could be false and misleading if you are giving information about your legal services and you're talking about how you help clients do X or Y, and when you're talking about X or Y, it's in the context of certain areas of law and you're getting some details wrong because you're not paying close enough attention. That to me is a possible additional outcome from having bad information on your website. It just doesn't make sense why you would not sweat the small stuff. It doesn't matter whether your clients and prospective clients and referral sources are going to come and fact check you. Why wouldn't you want to get it right the first time? Now, maybe what this person was trying to say is that you don't want to get into the weeds. You don't want to give out case citations and review a 50-page opinion and get into the nitty-gritty of the opinion on a website for a client that isn't going to be able to pay attention and stay focused on that content, on that article. Fine, sure. That makes sense. No need to get into the weeds. You can give the broader overlays, the broader themes of an area of law without getting into every exception or getting into every instance that's been before the court. But man, why would you not sweat the small stuff? Sweat the small stuff. Again, I'll give this person the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they were just off. Maybe they're talking about public relations and sound bites and not content marketing and thought leadership marketing. But man, always sweat the small stuff. Always make sure your content is correct, it's accurate, it's relevant, valuable, and compelling. Your content is a reflection of you and your law firm. You better get it right. It is the way that so many clients and referral sources today and in the future are going to connect with you and your law firm, find out about you and your law firm, and make the decision whether to bring your law firm on or refer business to your law firm. And it's the primary way now And in the future, that client and referral sources will decide whether you are worthy of handling their business or, in the case of referral sources, their clients' business. If you're interested in learning about how to create relevant, valuable, and compelling thought leadership content that is, of course, factually accurate, check out lawfirmeditorialservice.com. We have plenty of videos, blog posts, and podcast episodes that can help you do just that.